Good for them.
Yeah.
Your numbers in the temperature world getting closer to 100.
Not so good, yeah. That's a top 100 list we don't want to be in, especially when it's at that upper end. Driving into work today, I saw them laying new asphalt over at the Irwin Center parking lot.
What a job.
Yeah, really feeling for those guys. Yeah. Not everyone has to deal with the heat, though, in the afternoons. Take a look live from our 360 tower camera down on the Loop 360 bridge, and more importantly, there at Lake Austin. Some lucky folks in boats this afternoon, and I'm sure taking a dip in that nice, cool water of Lake Austin that comes out of the bottom, of course, of Lake Travis through Mansfield Dam. That's why it's always a bit chilly, but very refreshing on a day like today, when it is 93 degrees on the thermometer. But again, the humidity levels making it feel more like 100. We'll look at those heat indices in a moment. These are the current temperatures, though. Low 90s in our eastern counties right now. 93 degrees up here in Georgetown. 97 degrees in Llano. The Llano Airport, typically a pretty hot location out there. Meanwhile, the opposite is true at the Fredericksburg Airport. 89 degrees. They're always just a bit cooler there in that part of central Gillespie County. Okay, this is how hot it feels now when you consider the humidity that's hanging very thick in the air right now. 100 in Giddings, 100 in Bastrop, 102 the heat index in Austin at this hour in the city. Feels like 101 out in Llano. Feels like 96 degrees in Lakeway. Our evening planning forecast taking the temperature from 93 now, maybe into the upper 80s by 8 o'clock tonight, just before sunset, and at 10 o'clock tonight, still very warm and very muggy at 84 degrees. Officially in Austin, the conditions at Camp Mabry, partly cloudy skies and 93 degrees. Partly cloudy at the airport, and it is 92. Winds are variable at 7 miles per hour in town. Out at ABIA, a south-southwesterly wind at 10. Sunset tonight at 8:34. Only mold in the pollen count today, but it was high again today. Actually up a little bit from yesterday at just over 1,000 particles per cubic meter of air. Our allergy forecast for Wednesday, mold may just remain barely into that high category. Grass could show back up in a low concentration. Around Texas right now, it's 93 in Dallas, it's 90 in Houston. A little cooler back out here in West Texas. Lubbock at 78 degrees. A little more shower activity breaking out in parts of the Panhandle today, and especially out in far West Texas. And a few showers breaking out between here and the coast. We've seen a couple of very tiny isolated showers get up into Fayette County. The sea breeze responsible for that, and a little bit of moisture coming in from a little upper level low out here in the Bay of Campeche. This is not a surface-based system. No concern of any tropical development out of that, but it could bring a few more showers the next couple of days up toward the coastal plains and maybe into Fayette County. We don't think Austin. And this is that little wave of low pressure the Hurricane Center has been watching closely the last several days. Really disorganized today, and they now say there's only a low chance that it could develop into our first tropical system of the season over the next 48 hours. Back here in Texas over the next 48 hours, in fact, for the next 5 days, a building ridge of high pressure is just going to keep most of us hot and very dry, at least in our part of the state. Low temperatures tonight falling back toward the mid-70s. High temperatures tomorrow here in our area, mid-90s in most locations. In Austin tonight, 76, 77 overnight with a south wind and some low clouds coming in tomorrow. 94, 95 or so with a partly sunny sky. In fact, let's go 95 tomorrow in Austin, 96 on Thursday, 97 on Friday. Isolated showers east. That's the sea breeze coming up. Those usually don't get to Austin. And then on through early next week, not much chance of rain except in those eastern counties as temperatures remain very hot.
Thanks.